Yes guys, what's going on? Coach Indy here. Welcome back to another episode of Tekkers Friday. Now forgive me, I'm on a bit of a walk, so my head will be all over the place, won't be looking at the camera the whole time, crossing the road, etc. So today's episode is all about dribbling. First thing to mention is, I think loads of players, even at professional level, grassroots, whatever it may be, academy level, love going on a bit of a dribble. Like even the likes of Sergio Ramos loves a little mazy. So I think it's really important from the basics at grassroots level, when you're sort of learning all these basic types of skills. Dribbling is really, really important. Even into the professional game, it happens every game in every position. Now obviously it can happen more so in different positions, i.e. maybe a winger or even a number 10 for example. You're probably more likely to go on a bit of a mazy than say a centre half. So the first part you're going to see, guys, is it's broken into sort of two parts, if you like, A and B. So the first part is sort of a couple of different practices where it's unopposed, it's a very small sort of type area where I'm dribbling, using both feet as well in certain practices. Nothing too intense, just sort of building into the practice, ready for when I do come to the opposed stuff and when the intensity sort of increases. The second part of part one, i.e. B, is more sort of in the position where I'll be sort of on the pitch, if you like, sort of taking on an opponent. So in there, sort of everything's going to be on a larger scale, but also the speed and the intensity will be increasing as well. So I'll let you guys watch the VT, let me know what you think to it. But the key points for dribbling for me is, how close can you have the ball under control? Can you manoeuvre an opponent left and right to gain the advantage, make them slightly unbalanced, if you like, and then obviously then trying to hurt the opponent as well for a goal or assist, or, you know, creating an opportunity. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed that first part. Moving on to part two. So this is where the practice moves into an opposed practice, if you like, so against an opponent. In here, the objective is to try and beat the opponent down the wing if I can. So in here I might be sort of looking to sort of lure an opponent out sort of slightly centrally on the pitch and then try and beat them on the outside. So just creating that space on the outside to gain the advantage. Now this also is dependent on what footed you are. For me, I'm quite good with both feet, so I'm happy to go both ways, but for this particular practice I'm trying to beat the opponent on the outside. Again, really, really important to sort of make sure you have the ball under control. I mean, it's probably even more important now there's an opponent in play, because if you do have a loose touch or a heavy touch, the opponent's obviously going to be able to nick it. So really, really crucial that you know what you're doing with the ball, you know how you're going to manipulate the ball, but obviously at speed as well, it's even more tricky. So yeah, there's a couple of the sort of coaching points, if you like, going into part two. Okay, moving on to our part 3, our final part of our Dribbling Tekkers Friday. Now, this part is a bit more fun, I think, guys. This is where we're going to be introducing some skills and some tricks as well. So we're still trying to beat an opponent. So it's an opposed practice, and we're still trying to beat them on the outside if we can. Nothing wrong with going in the inside either, but the purpose of this practice, we're just trying to beat them on the outside. So for me, the reason why it's so fun to sort of bring in the tricks and skills is it brings me back to my youth days of sort of learning all your ball mastery skills, your double scissors, your single scissors, your Iniestas, your V snaps, all that kind of thing. All these sort of skills now come into play. Your Nigerian turns, or some people like to call them Nigerian turns. That's probably showing my age a little bit. But yeah, sort of introducing all those components to try and beat a player. You're still trying to get them unbalanced, you're trying to beat them on the outside, you're still trying to hurt the opponent as well. So yeah, in this sort of practice here, you're still trying to have a bit of intensity in the way we sort of attack an opponent, but then obviously we're trying to manipulate the ball and then obviously manipulate the opponent off balance, so then we can sort of gain the advantage. Hope you guys enjoy this video.